Hello! The Aura Fury Mystic Wind server is going to close down at the end of the month. So, since I haven't been in the game for ages, after my computer died and there was a whole thing, I decided I would pop in and get a proper tour of my base, since it's never had one. A couple of times, Ashanton and I set up like a time to do it and even got started one time, but it kept getting interrupted. And our schedules just don't align. We're in completely different time zones. So I figured I have the ability, might as well do it myself. And yeah, I'm gonna take you on a little tour of my base. It has been a very long time since I've been here, so all of my food is rotten, and so I'm about to starve. So I figured, quick, give you a little preview how life is in my base normally. Okay, that's better. So this is the road up to my base. It's quite a long way from spawn. Here. Goes down. Here. There's actually a tail to the town. The big town that was established over here. And then over here, and then through a mountain. Over this way. And then up this way. I tell you. Oh, fire over here. I made a ducky for this pond over here. Looks a bit silly in winter, but that's okay. I was going to make this bridge fancy, but never got around to it. And this bridge. But it looks really nice. Here's my mailbox. I have rainbow-colored flower pots and flowers. And then my entrance. I was going to make this like a gate, but it was just unfeasible to make a gate, like a gate, and also let people in at the same time. So, like an iron, like a cast iron gate, not like a door, big doors like I have in the. So I chiseled this. Round. I wanted it round. I wanted it to look sort of mossy, so I used peridotite, cobblestone, and I freehanded it. Not perfect, but I quite like it. I managed to get these in here. Well, it's always lit up. Always know this is safe. At least, you know. As long as you're in here for a minute and the drifters aren't coming after you. I have my sheep over here, which were kind of an afterthought. I just happened to see sheep in the area and I was like, well, if you're here, I might as well catch you. So I did. But what I got first was the aurochs from, I think, the medieval expansion mod or something like that. And I built them a barn. And I really like the, whoops, the acacia and the redwood, the bald cypress go together. It's very classic red barn look. I used, I think, a tutorial from like Minecraft for the roof, but I sort of I needed mine to be bigger, so I kind of just went with it, did a little bit. And these are my cows. This little walkway up here makes it so that it's safe to get meat and milk them and feed them without them being able to attack you. It's not really a big concern anymore because they're like generation 13, 14 and everything, but back in the beginning it was, so a good idea. And then up here, keep extra feed because I grow a lot of flax and then I don't know what the heck to do with all the flax grain, so I just feed it to them, and sometimes I have so much that it doesn't even fit all in my stores, so that's my barn. And then this is the chicken coop. I'm quite proud of this. I don't think I followed a tutorial at all for this. I think I just came up with it. My chickens. Chickens gave me a lot of grief. I had chickens over behind the house in like a ravine. It was completely cut off. And I guess they must have spawned there or either like fell in or something like that. And so they were completely self-contained. And I got them up to several generations over there before I even built this. But then I built this and I was going to transport them over here, and my gosh, getting chickens moved is a nightmare. And I'm saying this as someone who moved the aurochs across this lake, okay? So the aurochs are slow and deliberate, and they're not about to just like fly off somewhere. But the chickens, they're so fast and they're tiny and they can fit under things and over things. And it was just terrible. So I basically had to start over. The only ones that got through were ones that were like generation 1 and 2, and not any of the ones that were higher generation. So, and then a fox happened to get in. Because it didn't really make any sense for a fox to get in, because it's like, where's the fox coming from? I guess maybe over there, but like, how far did you jump? But I didn't have the second layer back here, and I put this one up just for good measure. There was only one layer of fence, and I don't know how it jumped over that, but it did, and it got my rooster, my single rooster. So then I had to wait for another rooster to spawn somewhere, and that took forever. And then I had to herd the rooster in here, which was also awful. So, gosh. Oh gosh, before all the light goes, this is my field with my bees. Here is my house. Are my grow thing farms. Got 4, almost completely full of terra preta, but not completely. 3, 2, 2.5, thereabout. It's fallow right now, but. And that was my beginning base. The obligatory dirt beginner base. Just a little thing. My pit kilns are there. I never moved them, like, inside or anything. And up here gives you a good view of the house. It's hard to get a good view otherwise. And I'm pretty proud of it, not gonna lie. I had to trade for some of the ebony to edge it. Ashanton traded me some of that. Oh, thank you, Ashanton. And yeah, it's a purple roof. It's not quite easy to tell here right now with this lighting because it's kind of yellowish and it's making it look kind of brown, but it's purple. And the staircase up, and the big feature window, which took forever. And I had to go into an external program and figure out the dimensions and everything because it was I'm not good at math, so I had to draw it out, figure it out that way. But my house, this is my entrance. I made mats. Before there were like rush mats, I just took a block of bamboo and put it down to one layer. And I have carpets. There's my tools and everything. Storage. This is my trade box. So I keep things in here that I'm going to trade off. And my rusty gears. Extra stuff. My house. First thing I ever made was stairs, actually, because I wanted to make the bald cypress planks with the pine on the top, and it just had a really nice look to it. My duck prototype. This is my kitchen. I never quite biffied it up. I wanted to look a little nicer, but didn't quite get around to it. Storage, glasses, Crocs. This is a clock by Zartane. And I have at least 2 of them in here because they're just so pretty. Like, look at them. I think basically it's a little sad. This is my hearth. This is the main feature of the house and why I was sort of struggling figuring out what to do for the kitchen because I basically made this the kitchen, but not. But anyway. Another clock by Zartane, and this is Amethyst Geode by Thursday. I bought them at the market in town that we had on the server where I cooked meal earlier. And what I did here, because I like to just sit and make bread. So what I did was, and I needed 3 because I like to make a lot of bread all at the same time. So I just chiseled like a single layer of phyllite to make it look like it's part of the hearth here, and then I just set the ovens in behind them. And so I can just sit here and cook and make bread and watch them rise and just, yeah. And then if I really need to make more flour on the spot, I can come over here to the quern. And if I need to store the flour for a minute, I can put it over here. And oh yeah, I was gonna start making like glaze or something. And then teapot, tea set, porcelain, purple porcelain. Purple is my favorite color. Did I already say that? I may have. This is a jack-o'-lantern that I made out of orange clay, like an orange clay block. And this was before you could chisel jack-o'-lanterns in the game, like pumpkins. So I made a fake pumpkin and chiseled it instead. But then, like, a week or 2 later, they came out with the ability to chisel actual pumpkins, and I was like, dang it, that was kind of a waste. But But I still have one here just because I did that. So yeah, that's my hearth. And then my pantry back here. A little pantry, my stuff. A little more storage. I've got linen and a whole box of flowers. And then upstairs, a little bit more storage, block storage, building storage, building tools. And then my feature window, which is huge and took me ages. What I did actually, here's my chisel room and my wood room. I have a crate in each of the wood colors, and I keep their respective logs in there, and then the chest on top is pieces of said wood type. And so these are pieces of the prototype for the window. Because it's so hard to chisel glass, it's very difficult to see what you're doing. So I decided to start it with different things, easier materials for one, wood and stone that I could source easily. And I got all the dimensions right, and I got everything looking how I wanted it to. And then I used the QP Tech mod, I think, and just copied it over to the glass and the stone that I wanted, and then put them all in place. That is how I did that. And it took so long. It was so hard. But I had a vision, and I wanted to get it out, so there's that. And my balcony with the railing. You can see everything out here. Not so much because it's dark, but I mean, the sky's pretty. Oh no. Oh no, it crashed. Hang on. Okay, so I don't know what that was about, but free sky. Okay, so back in here, there's my resonator, and where I have the cylinders. They used to be like records for a record player, and I put them in there, but then they changed, so I had to put them in a chest. Yeah, this is wood and that kind of thing. Oh. What's wrong with them? I haven't been here in ages, so things have changed. This is my bedroom. This is where, you know, if it's a multiplayer server, so there were usually people on all the time, and the game just kept going and going, and there wasn't really any need to sleep. So this room didn't get much use, but up here I have the attic, which also doesn't have any use, but you know, if I needed extra storage, this is where I would put it. And you can look out for window. Let's see. There's not much up there, and I wanted to be able to see the window from the attic. But also, it's a second story, so it's like all of this and the attic is a room, which means it's never going to be insulated. It's never going to be, you know, particularly warm in here if it gets cold outside. But I didn't really have a problem with that, so it wasn't a big deal. If I really, really need to get warm, I can come in here. But I've never had a problem, so. And then, second part of my base, basically, is the part that you're not supposed to see, because it's just kind of dirt and rock. So this is my smithing area, and this is where I smith and make tools and everything, and over here is glass. I was going to make something with the luminous white glass, like a moon that came off the edge of my roof, but I never got enough luminous glass for that, so. And then down here is the clay making area. I used to make colored clay and make pots and everything out of all the different colors of clay and sell it at the market. So I have all the different colors of clay, or just about all the different colors of clay, including malachite. I traded for some malachite, and it's so pretty. Such a nice color. All the clay stuff, and then panning. Here is my cellar, where I keep things that I've just harvested and put them in here, and I'll take things upstairs that I actually want to cook when it's time to cook them. But if I'm just getting stuff out of the fields, then I'll just oh, I haven't been here in ages, so and I'll just throw them in here. And I make cheese, so I've got a few tools for cheese, and grate of salt, and then I've got honey over here. Yeah. And this is dirt storage. And oh boy, drifters. But anyway, that's my base. I think that's everything. It's quite dark out here now, but I want to show you what it looks like at night, because it looks pretty cool at night too. Boop. Especially the jack-o'-lanterns, they glow so nicely. It looks so. There's my house. I'm gonna miss Mystic Winds. I really enjoyed playing here and meeting all the people and becoming part of the town council, even though I didn't nominate myself. I don't even know how that happened. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm gonna miss it. But hopefully, once this one goes down, maybe they'll start another one, and then can start over with a new town. Because I really like the collaborative effort that happens at the beginning of a server. It sort of peters out after that after a while, but at the very beginning, it's really cool because you get to see everybody getting established. But that's my house, that's my base tour, and I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. And if you've never checked out Vintage Story before, definitely take a look at it. It's a super cool game. Bye!